I'm Dr. Annie Hassan, President, Board of Genetic Counseling, India. I also head the Department of Genetics and Molecular Medicine at Kamineni Hospitals. This is a message for Rare Disease Day 2021. Rare, by definition, is an event, situation, or a condition which we don't often see. But do you know what a rare disease is? There are 300 million people suffering with rare diseases. There are more than 7,000 diseases which are considered rare, and rare diseases affect individuals at different ages, from pre-birth till old age. So then, rare doesn't seem to be that rare. So what is Rare Disease Day? February is a rare month because that's the only month which has either 28 or 29 days in our English calendar. And that is why this month, the last day of this month, is taken as a Rare Disease Day. What do we need to do on this day? We have to do everything possible to make their life of patients and families with rare diseases important. This day stands tall to raise awareness amongst researchers, clinicians, patients, families, policymakers, and all the other support healthcare staff. So, what is considered as a rare disease? Any disease which occurs in less than 1 in 5,000 individuals is considered rare in India. This definition varies from country to country. Some examples of rare disease are hemophilia, thalassemia. Some people even consider Down syndrome as rare, which is not. Because somebody has not seen it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. The most important rare disease which we are discussing today is also muscular dystrophies, and Duchenne muscular dystrophy in particular. What are the challenges faced by patients and families? First is the difficulty in getting a diagnosis. Then the limited options available about information about their condition. How is it going to progress? What is the lifespan? What is the intervention? All this information, which is very easily available for things like diabetes, becomes very difficult for diseases which are considered rare. Another important thing about rare diseases is that for many of them, treatment options are not available. This is because if we do not know exact numbers, researchers as well as the pharmaceuticals and policymakers tend to forget or ignore these diseases. So what's the solution? The solution is that the rare diseases need to be diagnosed, documented, and this can happen only with genetic counseling and genetic testing. Genetic counseling is the process by which individuals who are trained in genetics talk to patients and families and also act as liaison or in-between people between the lab, the clinician, and the family. Now, if supposing you have diagnosed a genetic disorder or a rare disease based on clinical symptoms, do we still need to do a genetic test? Yes, you definitely need a genetic test. Why? Because sometimes different genes give similar symptoms, and only a small bit of that gene is altered in a particular individual, and only this variant or this change is important for that particular family. So making it more rare. So do you understand that it is a disease and the test need to be for individuals. Once the diagnosis has come, the genetic cause is known, then we can do screening for extended family, we can plan prevention, we can plan surveillance for the patient as well as the family members. This genetic information, which we have got from the genetic test, can also be used for subsequent planning of pregnancies and other offsprings. The question is, on this Rare Disease Day, I am really proud that Dr. Lakshmi and her team have done wonders for one such disorder, and that is Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And in her own words and the words of the Rare Disease Organization, individually they are rare, but together we are strong. Thank you.